A very warm welcome to all our dear viewers. Indeed, a very special day today, the 21st of March. Before talking in our second segment about this very special day and Mother's Day, we'll be shedding light about a very important and crucial issue for Egypt, which is the tourism industry. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli recently said that the structural reform program for developing the tourism sector launched by the Tourism Ministry is to reach sustainable development in tourism and is highly supported by government, explaining that structural reform is a main pillar in the sustainable development Egypt aspires for all levels in view of the strategic vision 2030. To shed more light on this, we are very much delighted to be joined here in the studio by Mr. Ahmed Badr, our tourism expert. Good morning, Mr. Badr.
Good morning to you. Thank you very much. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers and all the ladies, and Ramadan Kareem to everybody.
Yes, Ramadan Kareem to you and to your family, and happy Mother's Day indeed, Mr. Badr. Can we start to shed light about the tourism industry today in Egypt? How do you see it?
Well, tourism industry, as we all know, I don't need to say, more about it. It's one of the pillars of the Egyptian economy. Actually, it's maybe number 2 or 3 of income for hard currency to Egypt. And the best thing about it, it goes directly to the people. So we have almost 2.5 million people working directly in tourism. So the money of the income of tourism goes directly to them, which goes directly to the market. Their people, so they buy and they sell, and so it's helping the economy running. Besides all the other industries that is serving tourism. So after long years of suffering from different incidents, starting from 2011 through almost 7-8 years until we started to recover. Then we had the big hit of COVID 2020, which was a worldwide event, not just Egypt. So we started from end of 2021 to see a very good recovery. Last year, 2022, it was a great year. Although in the beginning we had some thoughts about this new variant of COVID, but at the end, everybody we want to travel. We don't want to stay at home again. So it ended very well, and I think the numbers, we had almost 11.8 or 12 million tourists, which is a great recovery. This year we're expecting, hopefully,
finger crossed.
Finger crossed, almost 15 million, which is even bigger, even more than we had in 2010 when we had 14 million.
The highest level of...
Exactly. So nowadays, it's really busy everywhere in Egypt. So if you want just to book one room anywhere, you can hardly find
that. Would bring me to a very important point for you, Mr. Badr. We are aiming to increase the number of tourists visiting Egypt. That is one of the main targets of the Egyptian administration. I think they want to reach about 30 million. How we can work on increasing the number of hotel rooms? I do believe that we need more hotel rooms to cover this number that we are aiming to. Do you think that we have sufficient hotel rooms in Egypt, both in Cairo and in the touristic destination, or how do you see this point?
Well, I have to say what we have now is our maximum. So let's say this vase, its capacity of 2 liters water, let's say. So if you want to have 3 liters, you have to make it bigger. So if we reach 15 million, and hopefully we'll reach it, and even more, this will be our maximum.
For hotel occupants?
For hotel, for transportation, for flights, for restaurants, for everything. Because, tourism, there are many other things rather than just accommodation. You need transportation, you need guides, you need restaurants, you need bars, you need nightlife, you need shops, everything. So if you want more, we have to have more of these.
How? Because allow me to say that if we are talking about museums, artifacts, attraction, we are one of the highest countries in the world, if I might say that. We do have these attractions. And we have different tourisms. We have cultural tourism, we have beach tourism, we have religious tourism, we have different mentality attraction. We do attract different mentality for different tourists. So how we can work on attracting all these sorts of tourists with developing, we did develop to a great extent, if I might say, the infrastructure, the roads, the transportation, but what more could be done from your point of view, Mr. Badr, in order to attract and reach this level, which is our target of 30 million tourists?
Again, we have the attractions.
Yeah.
We have, as you said, we have the monuments.
Yes.
The best monuments, the greatest monuments.
Now we have many very attractive museums, which we will be shedding light on.
Exactly. But we don't have the services around them. So we have the museums, but you don't have enough hotel rooms. You don't have enough touristic transportation. I'm not talking about public transportation, which is also, we need to have a better public transportation to be used for tourists. For instance, if you go to Europe, for Paris, everybody uses their public transportation. Very few that they use touristic transportation. So we need to have both. We need to have more buses.
I do believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Badr, that we are working really hard, and we did a lot in the transportation sector.
Yes.
The monorail, the electronic train, the underground, and I do believe that we do have many facilities which did not exist before, as well as developing the roads, and the many access were made, and we have great transportation network.
Yes, but most of them not for tourists. So the monorail, it's a great project, but this is serving side of it, 6th of October, and the other side, which will be for the new administrative capital.
Yes.
Both of them are not touristic areas. Maybe 6th of October, but now, until now, not the new capital, which I hope
I do believe that there would be
there will be a museum there.
No, subway station for the Grand Egyptian, the gym.
Yes, there will be. But again, we need more touristic buses
to serve the number that we want to achieve.
Exactly, the buses, the limos, the mini buses, everything to serve this. So, and again, we need more hotels. The Grand Egyptian Museum and the pyramids area, we need to have more and more hotels
serving this area.
Of course, yes, everywhere. If we're talking about the path of the Holy Family, you're taking it's a long path from. It's taking almost all over Egypt, from Arish and the Sinai all through the way south to Asyut and Minya. You need hotels all around all these paths.
Yes, so hotels also in Upper Egypt are highly needed as well.
Of course. So what we need really, I'm not talking about the government building hotels. No.
Yes, no,
but facilitating
the private sector,
building hotels. So hopefully one day you will see it as easy as, I want to build a hotel. Okay, here is your permission, 48 hours, take it, start building. This is how it should be. But until now, it's still not that easy.
Yes.
So this is,
I will take it from here, Mr. Badr. How the government, how the Egyptian administration could help in improving the situation for the tourism industry as a whole, and what more facilities could be provided and services in order to reach that very important point?
In very easy words, make it easy, make it simple, make it fast. That's it. starting from the minute they arrive to the airport until the minute they leave the airport. So you need to facilitate everything. You need to have more officers for customs, for immigration, have easy access to the airport, in and out.
Now we have different airports as well. We have the Sphinx Airport, which is operating somehow.
Yeah, it will work probably when they open the Grand Egyptian Museum. Yes, it will serve perfectly this area. Because it will be just 15-20 minutes away from the Grand Egyptian Museum and the pyramids. So we have people that, especially I'm talking maybe rich people who have private jets, will fly just a few hours to have a tour for this area and back, or even the people who are having their vacation at resorts like Sharm or Gara or Marsa Alam, just what we call it overday. So it will be for them just flying from these different areas to Sphinx Airport, visit this area and back at night.
Yeah.
So definitely it will facilitate. So the government is trying to make it easy. Still, we need it more easy. I don't want to talk about,
Yes.
Details
Yeah.
that, but we were talking before we go live
Yeah.
about visiting the pyramids.
Yes.
So
we need further arrangement if we
we need to have more arranged. We need to have a system.
Smooth entry.
Smooth
maybe,
entry. Smooth going in, going out. We need to have proper
facilities
inside. Yes. If you go there, if you see the local shops inside the pyramids area, I'm sorry to say, but they don't really match the greatness of the greatest building ever built.
So what we say here, Mr. Badr, that we need work to be done in order to improve and
exactly.
make the journey of any tourist more enjoyable here and give him more attraction.
Exactly. It's which is not that hard. Yeah. Most of these things are very easy. Indeed. Just simplify things, have things with organized. That's it. This is what we need.
Yes.
One of the things, security. Okay, and sometimes the tourists, they need to stay inside their buses and cars at Cairo airport for almost an hour or 2 hours, not moving anywhere, waiting for security to bring them to the borders of the airport, which is a really bad image to Egypt, because simply you're saying, well, I don't want to say it.
We
anyway.
need to make things easier and faster and more organized.
Exactly.
To the tourists.
Tourists are here to enjoy.
Indeed.
And they are really our biggest media campaign or company or whatever, because now we all have smartphones, we will have Facebook and Twitter and all these things. So whenever I am, I'm just tweeting or here I am. I'm happy to see the pyramids.
The negative is well known and the positive is well known, and we can do actually great promotion for ourselves and our country by making things easier and more attractive to tourists. Can you talk to us about the importance of the recent announcement of the Travel of Bath website that Egypt tops the African countries in the world tourism map, and that is a wonderful, attractive destination for its distinguished location? What is its distinctive about Egypt to attract the international tourism, Mr. Badr?
Well, we had so many newspapers and magazines like Time magazine, their newest edition, they have 50 places I think, 50 places to visit.
Yep.
And the cover picture is the Great Pyramids.
Yeah.
So this is, so imagine everybody seeing Time magazine, the pyramids. So definitely this is a great thing for us. So Egypt, as we were saying, we have everything. If you want culture, we have it. If you want history, we have it. If you want beaches, we have it.
Weather, magnificent weather in this time of the year.
Safaris,
Europe, and Canada, and everywhere is quite cold, and we have a beautiful weather.
Exactly, even summertime. Yeah. Still can go to North Coast. A new city like Alamein would be a great attraction.
Alamein,
Hurghada, everything. One of the things that we can work on increasing numbers of visitors to Egypt is the North Coast.
Of course.
Unfortunately, we only use it 2 or 3 months a year. How about if you use it 6 months, 7,
yes,
8,
I think it's
10?
the plan, and by
establishing
the New Alamein
exactly.
with universities, with supermarkets and facilities working. They did work
throughout the
2
year.
or 3 years ago throughout the year.
Create attractions. This is what the world is doing.
Yeah.
Create attractions. Dubai, they created attractions.
Yeah.
They always doing Burj Khalifa, the biggest mall, the longest something.
Yeah.
So they always creating, and this is what we need to do. We have
But
attractions.
I would like to take it from here, and I'm trying not to be biased, but actually we don't need to create attraction. We just maybe do have a lot of attractions indeed.
We market
we
what
have
we
a very
have.
big edge. We have great attraction, if I might say, great beaches, great monuments,
course,
great
yes.
artifacts. We just need to highlight or to promote what we have properly. Because
Exactly.
Some countries worldwide that do attract, as you have kindly mentioned, a tower or a mall, while we have the history, while we have the great pyramids, the Sphinx, the Tutankhamun collection. We have great artifacts, and if I might say here, if you go to any museum around the world, then the pharaonic partition or
it's the most important
is the most
part.
attractive
Yes.
and most. So how we should be working on highlighting and promoting what we do have.
It's 2 things: promoting, as you're saying, and the services around it. Let's imagine if we have the best beach in the world, but we don't have any hotels there. So this is it. So we need to have a beach. Okay, if you have a great beach, and we have, I'm telling you, and I know what I'm saying, our beaches are much, the water and the sand, way better than, way better than Europe.
Yet not in the most expensive places in Europe.
But we don't have the proper hotels, we don't have the proper restaurants, we don't have the proper, this is what I'm calling attractions. So, okay, we have the beach, and we have the nice hotels, and we have the nice marina, and we started to have this, and especially in the North Coast, but again, it's still used for 2-3 months, mostly for locals. No, hopefully the mentality will change. We need to use it more, and we use it for
more
touristic. So you need restaurants, we need bars, we need nightlife, we need amusement parks, something like Disneyland, which is, I know, one of them is being done in New Alamein.
Yeah.
So this is attraction. So you come to enjoy the beach, and you have fun in Disneyland, and then at night you go for shopping. This is tourism. This is what
a full touristic attraction in the North Coast. Indeed, we are waiting for more and more to be done in order to have highlighting our attractions. Mr. Ahmed Badr, our tourism expert, thank you so much for being our guest for today, and happy Ramadan in advance.
Thank you very much.
Our dear viewers, indeed, today, as I have said, is a very special day, the 21st of March. We are all celebrating a very special day, a day of gratitude to our mothers. In the following report, we'll be shedding light about Mother's Day and moms that I wish a very good day for.
Egypt and several countries around the